परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् परमशिवोऽहम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today we inaugurate Venkateshwara's Brahmotsavam. We will be celebrating Venkateshwara's presence for next 15 days. This is the only Brahmotsavam done for 15 days. Usually all Brahmotsavams are 10 days. This is done for 15 days. We will be celebrating next 15 days Venkateshwara's Brahmotsavam. So, all of us will experience the powerful presence, intense presence of Venkateshwara. And all the auspicious things of Venkateshwara. Today I will say a few words on Venkateshwara. Venkateshwara is one of the most powerful modern day incarnation. Incarnation happened in Kali Yuga. Vishnu came down to Seshadri and Bhudevi took birth as Bhatmavati. And they got married and stayed in the planet Earth with the body at least for 200 years and created a beautiful kingdom, blessing the devotees with wealth, health, all the auspicious things. Finally, decided to stand in Tirumala, making himself available to all the devotees. Still, please understand the Tirumala Murti, Venkateshwara's Murti is his very body. It just became stone, that's all. That's why it is life size. The very body, how he is standing, he just became Archavatara. Archavatara means the incarnation to receive all the worship and devotion of the people. So the Srinivasa became Archavatara, standing in Tirumala and gracing the whole world, whole universe, showering wealth, health, and all the spiritual benefits. Now, I invoke His presence here and on all our satsang centers. I bless you all. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, and share the eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.
Ananda.
Yes, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself described the glory of Venkateshwara, the Lord of Wealth, let us now enter into the introduction for today's Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan. As we said, today we will be understanding in a new and completely breakthrough way how wealth manifestation and how abundance can happen in your life. We'll be understanding the powerful cognition about wealth and abundance and truly pinpointing, surgically removing what is blocking your wealth. We'll also find out, understand, start the process of manifesting wealth and abundance in your life. Yes. Next slide, please. Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan is taught as per the Hindu scriptures through the four padas in the Agamas, the Kriya Pada, Charya Pada, Yoga Pada, and Jnana Pada. The Kriya Pada raises the electromagnetic force of your existence and connects you with God. Charya Pada is the lifestyle of living enlightenment, your day-to-day path, even with precise details of how to take bath, how to offer worship, and so on. Then the Yoga Pada, raising your Kundalini with the science of Paramashiva. Jnana Pada, bringing Paramashiva in your being and making it manifest in you. Now, how will we achieve these exactly? First, by listening intensely, by internalizing, by manifesting powerful cognitions, and then finally with the darshan and diksha. So let's start today's program with understanding. First of all, what is Bhava Samadhi Darshan? Samadhi means one with the source. Bhava means the attitude or aspect. Bhava Samadhi simply means being one with the source through an aspect. The aspect or bhava which you choose, through that bhava, being one with the source, samadhi, is bhava samadhi. And knowing this aspect, the bhava, is ultimate, the adi, and being in oneness, sama, with that is bhava samadhi. First and fundamentally, divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnation. And the divine cosmic beings manifest through the Archavatara, the deities in temples, and through the Bhava Samadhi Darshans in Nijavataras, the incarnation. Bhava Samadhi Darshan awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every human being. Awakening of your Kundalini Shakti results in the extraordinary abilities expressing through us, like third eye awakening, the ability to have remote vision, ability to scan anyone's body, levitation, teleportation, or even materialization. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, you have experienced an influx of superconscious energy, which does two things primarily. One, visibly slowing down your aging process, and two, improving your immunity to disease. With increasing levels of coherence and the whole brain becoming a superconductor of the conscious energies, it literally heals and empowers and transforms our life. Having darshan, or even having a glimpse, brings lasting transformation inside of us, cleansing lifetimes of karma and raising you to the next level of superconscious breakthrough. It's just like hitting a reset button on your being. Now, during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, what happens is an extremely unique phenomenon. In fact, it's a physical happening. Our neurons mirror that of the avatar. This happens by a physiological happening called mirror neurons, which activate and process everything that the avatar is doing and making that happen inside of us just by being. Our entire body silently and without movement recreate this experience inside of us, even though it is happening distances far away. And then we are able to radiate the superconscious energy of the avatar. Now, let us be introduced to the one who is making all of this available to us, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa. It is a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, and he is recognized from the very birth itself by enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation and the science of yoga and temple-based universities as a lifestyle for humanity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving ancient indigenous kingdoms, and for the immense amount of work that he has put into and given for reviving these ancient kingdoms, he was coronated and recognized with leading positions and with the responsibility of continuing these indigenous kingdoms. He was ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam, or Pontiff of the Kanchi Kailasa Sarvajnapeetham, or Tonde Mandala Adinam. He is currently the incumbent emperor of the Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam. He is the present 293rd Guru Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam of the Kailashonnatha Shamalapeta Sarvajnapeetham, and he is the present Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akada, which means he is the supreme spiritual head of the largest epic monastic Hindu order. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Atal Akada, which is also a very ancient monastic order in Hinduism. And he is the 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Dharma Mukti Swargapuram Adinam. In 2015, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was elected by an esteemed, recognized congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is revered as a teacher of Hinduism who is most prolific and viewed, read, and watched with over 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, which is including English, Tamil, and Sanskrit. And he has translated these into 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. Over 20 million copies of these books and articles have been sold, read, and downloaded. And the discourses of these talks all culminate to more than 10,000 hours. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has enriched and enriched over 1 billion lives digitally. He is respected as the commentator of all the sacred scriptures, including the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, the Shiva Sutras, Brahma Sutras, Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gita, the Jain Sutras, and more. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been recognized internationally as one of the most influential gurus and Hindu leaders, and he has been reviving the 108 sampradayas or Hindu lineages, including the Rudras and Rudrakanyas, the Rishis and Rishikas, as well as the Bhairavas and Bhairavis, and Sannyasis of the Nithyananda order. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also the establisher of Kailasa's Nithyananda Hindu University, the world's largest Hindu university with satellite campuses in over 150 countries. He is the establisher of more than 1,000 Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, and he is the founder and reviver of over 100 Sarvagna Pitas, or temple monastery complexes. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million palm leaf scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. And now, having been introduced to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, let us enter into the next part of this program, the manifestation of extraordinary Shaktis. Before we enter into the next segment, let's take a short break and we'll be right back with you.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities, and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Nithyanandam, welcome back to your viewers and welcome to this extraordinary and a very, very, very beautiful, powerful and a profound darshan with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Actually, as if Devi is just not enough. We have Swamiji coming again and again and again, giving us all the Bhava Samadhi darshans. And what I realize is all the viewers that are watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and NTV, Kailas's HNTV, Kailasa TV, and various other social media platforms. One thing that I realized that I was waiting to share with all the viewers, just the very fact that at the time of the pandemic, where the world is in the dire need of hope, solutions, life energy, and life positivity. I would not just say life positivity, but life energy itself. At this point in time, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is making himself available to humanity in every possible way, not just giving the protective and preventive care quarantine, or not just giving the annadans, or not just giving the programs. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself is extending his personal time, energy, and presence for humanity, be it making himself available in all social media platforms, or be it continuously day and night, coming and giving the darshans and healing people. This is just the expression of the extraordinary compassion, just out of his sheer compassion, making himself available to the humanity. It is such a joy every time when we just say, oh my God, Parashakti Akashikri, just we would have had the darshan, and then we will just be having the next program starting already again. It is such a joy to see how much the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is making himself available. Actually, for that compassion, that sheer compassion of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is something that we cannot imagine. Like, just for us, like I was listening to a few people sharing earlier that it's only because of the continuous darshans that Swamiji gave. Even the quarantine life, people were able to survive through it. It's just his compassion is mind-boggling. Actually, it's mind-blasting because it's something you can't perceive with your mind. It's something so totally amazing. And so we are back here again with all of you to get ready, to get prepared for the Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Any of you are facing any financial crises, or if you want to manifest wealth, or if you want your friends, family, relatives, for them to manifest wealth, kindly get all of them right now. In another few hours, we are going to be having the Venkateshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan, which is going to be huge blessings. Mark Kella Berusa is asking, what time is Lord Venkateshwara coming? Yes, in Indian Standard Time, around 6 a.m. Indian Standard Time. So 6 a.m. Indian Standard Time. So you can make a note of it. If there's any timing change, it will be further announced. So let's enter into the power manifestation session. We are having today, actually the word power manifestation, right? Parameshwara so beautifully says Parameshwara, ultimate supreme consciousness. In the source scriptures of Hinduism, he beautifully says that the human body can manifest more than 463 powers. These powers manifest from you, from the context that you are divine and you just need to manifest divine through you. It is not that you are a man that you need to achieve the divine. Actually, that forms a fundamental difference between Shaktis and Siddhis. Shaktis are, when you manifest Shaktis, Shaktis are the powers that come from the high integrity that you have with the Guru, the high feeling connection that you have with the Guru. And with that integrity, with that feeling connection, when you receive the Diksha from the Guru, whatever starts manifesting through you are called as Shaktis. Siddhis come from your penance, the tapas that you do. Whatever penance that you do, whatever tapas that you do, from your effort, what comes. When you're traveling towards enlightenment, what happens is called as Siddhis. Shaktis are source of enlightenment. Siddhis are in the path of enlightenment. Shakti is manifest to ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way, and they are permanent.
whereas siddhis are temporary and they may even distract you away from enlightenment.
Now,
But don't worry, today we are going to be manifesting Shaktis.
Yes. And now who is the source of this Shakti? And what is the root from which these Shaktis sprout? Paramashiva, the primordial divinity of Hinduism, who is the source cause, self-effulgent Swayam Prakasha. Paramashiva exists in his two states, one as the Avyakta or the unmanifest. He exists as Adho-mukha or Ajo-mukha, the unborn. And in his Vyakta form, he exists as Paramashiva with 25 heads, 50 hands and 75 eyes, with Para-Shakti seated on his lap, gracing the whole universe by performing the Panchakritya, the 5 primordial cosmic actions of Srishti, creation, Sthiti, sustenance, rejuvenation, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, and Anugraha, liberation. Paramashiva continuously performs his 5 cosmic acts, keeping the universe alive. Now, to spread this science to the humanity, to give humanity this extraordinary science, the greater science of life called Hinduism, Paramashiva himself took the human form, came down, and is walking the planet Earth in his 1008th incarnation as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the avatar, the incarnation, the living representative of Paramashiva, is walking the planet Earth right now to revive this great grand science called Sanatana Hindu Dharma, reaching it out to the humanity which is in the extreme dire need of this extraordinary science. To all of you who are watching us, we have so many YouTube viewers that are watching us and many others who are watching us right now. Please understand, whatever you see, you are going to witness now is not just something that you're going to hear or listen to, is not just something that you're going to be learning about. No, this is going to be given to you as an experience.
Actually, we have a lot of you who are watching us here. We're seeing Ele Raja Raja, Selva Kumar, Ayya, Mani Kantan Elango, Ayya, Jackie, Kela Berosar, and friends forever. A lot of you who are joining us. Welcome. We welcome all of you. Actually, we're just reading out the comments from the YouTube channel, Kailasa's SPH, Nithyananda YouTube channel. So we welcome, and even all the people who are watching us through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc., and Twitch, various other social media platforms that we are live right now through. We welcome all of you for today's exciting, powerful Bhava Samadhi Darshan of Bhagavan Venkateshwara. Now, whatever science, actually right now we are going to be having the power manifestation session that is going to be happening. This science and any other science that we are going to be learning in today's program or in all our programs, it is all authenticated in 4 levels, 4 aspects of evidences. Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramanas are the scriptural references that we have. The references from the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas, which actually time tests these sciences. Second is the Apta Pramanas. Apta Pramanas are the references that we take from the lives of the great enlightened masters, great avatars, or yogis, the Vedic scientists. So, and that also establishes how each of these were foolproof and it was lived, manifested. Third is the Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana is from the life, the evidence is collected from the life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, how he has manifested these sciences, which establishes how authentic it is and how it is applicable even for the modern day. The fourth is the Pratyaksha Pramana, the empirical evidences that are collected from the various scientific studies, researches that are collected, and most of them will connect directly on Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So these are the evidences that are collected, and that would be shared with all of you.
Now, these extraordinary sciences that all of you are listening to, how is it transmitted to us? Since time immemorial in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, it is a Guru Shishya Sampradaya, the master-disciple lineage, that has through which humanity has been receiving these greater sciences. be it Krishna and Arjuna, or be it any other master. It is always to the Guru Shishya Sampradaya, the Guru Parampara, that has kept these great sciences alive. And today, Swamiji is reaching out these exact extraordinary spiritual sciences to us through the Diksha, the transmission of profound spiritual truths and powerful cognition just through a look, Nayana, or a touch, Sparsha, or a word, Mantra. And through this, it is not just transfer of energy, but the transfer of experience itself into you. Now, let us see how these powers, what happens, how are these powers manifesting when the Diksha is bestowed upon us.
Actually, let's start with the power of third eye reading, where with the eyes closed, we will be able to still see everything. Like right now, we are actually going to be having the Nithyananda yogis, the Balasans, who are going to be having their eyes completely tight, and they are going to be able to see what you are commenting. Yes, that's right. You're going to be commenting live on YouTube, and the Balasans are going to be tying their eyes blindfolded, and they are going to be reading out the answers, the comments as they are coming live. Now, how does this power actually happen? Just like how the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra gives the reference to it in beautiful the Shastra Pramana that we have, where it describes the technique for it. It says, Kapalantar manonyasya tishtan milita lochanaha kramena manaso dharyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam.
By fixing the mind on the inner space and sitting stably with your eyes closed, by that succession of that stability of the mind and inner space, through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal, Lakshyam, by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva. The next is the Apta Pramana, the reference from the life of Aptas, or the authorities of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Now, in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, before he reveals his Vishwarupa Darshana to Arjuna, the cosmic form, Krishna awakens Arjuna's third eye and he reveals the cosmic form. He initiates Arjuna, revealing this verse. Natu mam shakyase drashtum anenaiva svachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshu pashyam me yogamaishwaram. But you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore I grant you the divine third eye. Behold my cosmic opulence. Therefore the whole Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, describes the entire description of Bhagavan Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan is what Arjuna saw through his third eye. The next is the Atma Pramana, how at the tender age of 12, Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, had this third eye awakening as an experience in him. He was able to see 360 degree, above him, below him, around him, and not just seeing, but was also able to feel one with everything around him, above him, below him. So beautifully Swamiji puts it in words, saying, the skin of the rock in which I was sitting and the skin of this body both carried me equally. So now that same experience has been scientifically established also, where it establishes how the science of third eye is real. There was a positron emission tomography using PET. There was a scanning done, which actually measured the metabolic activity of the cells of the brain and observed clearly that when this study was conducted directly on Swamiji, it was very clearly observed whether Swamiji was in the waking state or Swamiji was in a deep meditative state, whether Swamiji was talking. Throughout, in everything, it was very clearly observed that the third eye region was highly active. Now that power, that same experience is now given to all of us through the process of Diksha, and you are going to be receiving this. Actually, all the viewers that are watching us right now, you are going to see experientially what these powers are. How do they work? And how exactly does that happen? Everybody that are watching us on YouTube right now, stay tuned. It is your comments and you are all going to be routing the ballasans and what do you want them to read and what you want them to see. So all the viewers that are watching us on YouTube, we're going to be manifesting the power of third eye and also the power of body scanning. So anybody that will want body scanning also will be explaining to you what it is, but you can stay tuned and be ready because we are going to be manifesting two powers for all of you today. So joining with us in this segment, we have Manitya Yoga Pranananda, Manitya Virajananda, Manitya Kaladharananda, and Manitya Madhurananda. So we have the Balasans from Nithyananda Gurukul, all of whom are joining us today to manifest the profound powers of third eye and the power of body scanning. Yes, Nithyananda, Manitya Yoga Pranananda, and Ma Virajan, Ma Kaladhara. Yes. Okay. So glad to have you all back again. Now, would you like to show us the eye band that you're going to be putting on the eyes of Ma Virija and Ma Kaladhara?
So actually, both of the balasans are only going to be demonstrating the power we just described. Yes, Manitya Yoga Prananda, why don't you actually show the eye bands?
Yes. So along with me here, I have two eye bands, and both of these eye bands are ophthalmologist certified eye bands. In front is a complete opaque sheet. Behind is a thick sponge, and no light can pass through these eye bands as they are completely blocked from all sides. And even with your eyes open, you will not be able to see anything. All the light will completely be blocked. And this is tested by the top 10 hospitals from India. So this is what we'll be placing on Ma Virija and Ma Kaladhara.
Yes, thank you so much, Manitya Yoga Pranananda. Now, you can go ahead and tie their eyes now. So all the viewers on YouTube, stay tuned because your comments are going to be read. After the balasans tie their eyes, you are going to be posting the comments live on YouTube. And actually, your comments are going to be read out by them.
You all can see clearly both the balasans. I request the NTV operator to also project the side angle camera. You all can see how both the balasans are having their eyes completely tied. And all the gaps are completely blocked and prevented. So there's no kind of light that can pass through whatsoever. And actually, every viewer that is watching us on YouTube right now, please see carefully. The balasans are in front of all of you. We showed you all the eye band and there's nothing else. There is no other changes. There is no other change in the ambience or anything else. It's just as is. And everything is being done live in front of all of you. You all can see now that the balasans are having their eyes closed. And it is with the same eye band that Manitya Yoga Pranananda showed you all, which is ophthalmologist certified.
Yes, actually, Manitya Kaladharananda and Manitya Virajananda, why don't you both actually look towards your right? Look towards your right and then towards your left. All of you can see there is nothing, there is no
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.